Knowing the range between objects gives you a massive amount of information. That's why it's important that we understand that you're allowed to only measure range at specific times. You can break down your range measuring opportunities into 6 different categories. You have setup, and then you also have device effects, upgrade card effects, pilot abilities, actions, and attacks. All 5 of these categories follow 2 basic principles, and that is that they have a specific timing window in which they occur, and also that you can only measure from the object creating the effect to its possible targets. I'm going to take you through an example for each of the categories. That way we can see both of these principles in play for all of them. For device effects such as proton bombs, their timing window is at the end of the activation phase. When you measure from the bomb to ships at range 0 to 1. For upgrade card effects, we'll go ahead and look at Darth Vader. The timing window for this specific upgrade is at the start of the engagement phase. And when measuring, you measure from the ship with the crew card to its possible targets. Our example for pilot abilities is Biggs Darklighter. The timing window is after a friendly ship at range 0 to 1 defense, and you're going to be measuring from Biggs to any friendly ships. In the action category, we currently have 3 that require you to measure range in order to resolve their effects. So the timing window for these is anytime you perform these actions, and you're going to be measuring from the ship performing the action to its target. And lastly, for attacks, the timing window, of course, is when you're attacking, and you're going to be measuring from the attacker to the defender. So these categories that we went through are the only times in which you should ever be using a range ruler. Now, a couple of things I want to stress is the from and to principle. When you're performing an attack, the attacking ship, you start this range ruler on the attacking ship and measure to possible targets. Don't go from the target to the attacking ship. Why is that? Well, you're gaining extra information by seeing maybe what ships that enemy ship has in range to it, because you just get a different perspective that you're actually not entitled to. There are 2 major gray areas that I have seen come up, especially at premier level events. The first one being, how long are you entitled to check range for? And the second being, when it comes to a split range ruler, if you have an effect that says 0 to 1, is it okay to measure with the range 3? Is it okay to measure with the range 2? Or do you have to use only the range 1? I'll address both of these. I would say for the first one, when it comes to how long do you get to check, I like to follow the premise of don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk about it. It's pretty obvious when you have malicious intent. Measure. Is it in? Is it out? No. Take it away. Second, when it comes to split range ruler, this one, your core set only comes with a range 3 ruler. So really, when it comes to range 1 and range 2 rulers, these are not standard FFG tools. Even though they make them as promotional items, they're not provided to you in the core set. So basically, a player can always use a range 3 ruler if needed. We are in the engagement phase, and this mining guild tie is attacking. Is this the correct way to measure range? Anytime you're measuring range, you should always measure from the object creating an effect to its possible targets, never the other way around. In the comments section down below, I want you to give me some examples of pieces of information that you can learn when measuring for your attacks or abilities outside of whether or not you can actually attack or perform these abilities. Also, if you have suggestions for future quick tip videos, put them in the comments section down below, and I'm going to be giving away a Gold Squadron Podcast range ruler to one person who comments on this video and is subscribed to the Gold Squadron Podcast YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. My name's Dio Morales. Gold Squadron out.